Good evening, Showbuzz fans and friends. Ed talking again, and hope that all of this will be stitched together and we'll do a documentation of the wonders and horrors and terrors of living in the Big Easy. Growing up an Italian American, little quiet boy, and then being exposed to uh, cousins that wanted to show a lot of sex and tormented me as a child, and then my discovery of art and working in films and talking to Natalie Wood and Robert Redford, Craig Robinson, and my life has been enriched. It's a shame that I can't get someone to go through these photographs and show what was salvaged and what was accomplished, the pain and suffering that my mother, Teresa Piazza, held of the Trapani family in Italy. She suffered with Dr. Bertuzzi and Dr. de Blanc both doing tests on her in 2008 and not revealing the contents, which I found after she died in 2010 that there was a growth on the pancreas and further treatment and follow up necessary. They just decided to let her die. And she went to the doctor, drove herself, was still dancing, and always dressed like $1 million. And he told her cranberry pills instead of saying going to a urologist. Yeah, but he didn't do anything wrong, but the bastard didn't do anything right either. Then the Chocolate City mayor who hid up in the tower while all the Ninth Ward African Americans are screaming when they're getting everything for free and they can't even put aside 3 gallons of water and 10 cans of tuna fish. All screaming and hollering, help me, when I had to help myself and drive to Gonzales with the co-worker Jimmy Keys, poo-poo hands, who never washed his hands after coming out of the bathroom. Used to disgust me. Maybe that's why, along the lines, I got H. pylori, with $800 medicine to cure your ills. But there was also great times at Al Copeland's designing and how I rescued the Hawaiian Christmas with thousands of exotic silk orchids and fern and moss and even the current then wife, the one that caused all the commotion. Can't even think of her name. She complimented me and said, "Oh, you look great." I wasn't going to go back to work. I said at my age, and then she said, "Oh, you didn't have anything done like Al, and you like look terrific." It was a classic moment and an embrace, and her trying to cover up her lacy through dress, and I severed the tendons in my I think it was left hand, and I have a $15,000 fucking thumb thanks to Al Copeland. And the fuck was her name? They said she was a pole dancer. I can't believe that. Jennifer, with her boobs, and she wanted to be the mermaid, and Al wanted to be Captain. I don't know, Aquaman, and I had to design all of this stuff, and I had to hear bullshit from the designer who became my friend. It was a costume, and I told him I couldn't sew, but I would put something together. She was the mermaid. I made him special masks with foam so it would rest on their heads real nice, and she wanted more foam somewhere. So, but that, Mr. Al Copeland said he's not going to pay me designer fees, hourly rate, and I'm like, okay, do all this for you. And then uh, Doc, the handyman, as a runner of the property, was probably living as on retirement as a millionaire. Said, oh, they just loved the costumes and had a great time. I didn't get to see any of the pictures. I asked to see them, but there was one of them on top of the piano upstairs, so I got to see my work, and I can't believe they wouldn't even give me a fucking copy. So the hurricane blew through here and destroyed all of these Net and Natalie Wood autographs. the entire Disney collection when it was still press books and lobby cards, and just a big fucking mess. And Judge Buckley, that is one judge that needs to be tortured with water drops on his head because he's so biased and one-sided he can't even think straight. He's thinking through his pie hole at the bottom of his bench. That stupid, arrogant man telling me I stopped coming here for free stuff when I paid and had then represented myself. And Piatola, the other lawyer, for $500, knew his secretary Camille, and she wrote the judgment order wrong. And he popped out of the woodwork when I told her that and started screaming at me. He wasn't going to arrest Vincent Clark for stealing $26,000. Half of that was what I paid him. The other half what he had to rebuy and redo. And he did 90% of the work, and he's a lying motherfucker. And he needs to be on go after that contract, which I need to have somebody reopen this. So that's what's going on here in Araby land. I just took a Valium. I'm getting ready to go see what Marlon Wayne's at a press junket and an interview with him. So I'm signing off.